Evening fellow coin collectors, Coin Snatcher here. I thought I'd bring a little video tonight to the nation showing one of my favourite coins. The coin for tonight's video is the 2015 Battle of Britain coin. So you'll see a couple of them in front, and the very first one that started it all off would have been this one here. So this one you get in the pack. It wasn't released into circulation that year, and this is the Battle of Britain 50p, which has the Ian Rank Broadley 4th portrait on the back. So this one never went into circulation. It was available only in sets, but you could get the bunk version, you could get the silver proof version, you could get the Piedfort version, and I'm sure there was a gold version as well. So on the back of it, it gives the specs for the coin and a little bit of information. So I'm not going to read the poem out, but if you pause the video, you can read it yourself. And this comes in one of the older style Royal Mint handbags, and you'll see it has a little tag on the top, so it would go under the peg in the shop. So I think these would have retailed for £10 when they were first released, and being a 4th portrait bunk IRB, I think it's maybe worth £25 to £30 now. So really nice coin, one of the rare ones, and I think possibly one of the more expensive ones to buy if you're building up a 50p collection. So that's the first IRB 4th portrait one I have. You'll have to excuse me because I'm not going to take it out of the packaging. It hasn't been opened yet, so no reason to open it now. So that's the first one in the collection. The second one that we have is one that I was going to pop into my date run, which is in the red trays. So this again is the same coin, the Battle of Britain. Explanation of the coin there says 1940 at the bottom. You've got a picture of 3 airmen running towards their Spitfires, and overhead I think you have the Lancaster bombers in the air flying off to bomb the Germans. So really nice design. One of the great things about Britain winning the war, 1940, 1939 to 1945. And on the back of that coin, you'll see the portrait. So the 4th portrait, Ian Rank Broadley, really nice coin. I'm contemplating at the minute breaking this out of the capsule and putting it in the tray. I haven't done it yet because it seems a shame to put it in my tray when I know it's going to get dusty. You'll see here the limited edition is 450. That really doesn't mean anything. That just means that there was only 450 of them put into these slabs. They're not NGC slabs or anything like that. I think possibly they might be from the Westminster collection, but I wouldn't like to have a bet on that. So that's the second IRB one I have. And then the final IRB one is a change checker, and it's a date stamp one. So these are issued, 500 is the maximum issue limit on these. You get a certificate with it, and again pop it around the back, and it's the IRB one. So those are the bunk coins. And then in 2015 they also released the silver proof and the Piedfort silver proof coin, or PA4 depending how you say it. I tend to say either, just depends what comes out of my mouth at the time. So the PA4 and the silver proof coins were only available in the year sets, and because in 2015 they changed the portrait of the Queen from IRB portrait to the JC portrait, it meant that they didn't produce as many sets. So if you were lucky enough to, you get your hands on the silver proof one, and again the silver proof one, IRB 4th portrait. Now the mintages for this one I'm not too sure on. I know it was around, I think it might have been 1940 maximum on this coin, but I wouldn't stake my life on it at the minute. Bear with me one second, let's have a little look and see. So yes, there would have been 1,500 maximum of these made, but I have a feeling the mintage was down in the 600s simply because it was only available in sets and not everybody buys the silver-proof set. So this is one of the rarest silver-proof coins I have. Really nice coin, and the detail really pops when you have the frosted finish on it. You can really see those airmen running towards the airplanes. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, the one big issue with the Battle of Britain coin, which you're probably all sitting at home going, he hasn't said it yet, is that the IRB issue, which is the ones in front here, and these silver-proof and PA4 ones, they were issued without a denomination on them. So on the back of the coin, you have Elizabeth II, Gracia Regina, Fido Defensor, 2015. No 50 pence. Now, I'm not sure if by law or not it has to give the denomination on the coin, whether it's actually legal tender if it doesn't have the denomination on it. So that's something that's quite interesting as well. So that was the silver-proof one. And then the final one we have is the PA4 one. So this coin was released in very, very low numbers. If my memory serves me right, the mintage of this coin is 434, which puts it below Benjamin Britten. And to my knowledge, the only PA4 coin in silver that has a lower mintage than this will possibly be the new 50p that was in the set this year, which is the 50-year celebration of decimalisation, and the 50p has the second portrait of the Queen on it. Is it the Arnold Machin portrait? Don't hold me to that, but it's a stunning coin. It's really, really nice. So it's possible that that coin being only available this year in the silver-proof and PA4 sets, which sold out really, really quickly. I think that's the #1 rarest coin. So the Benjamin Britten silver-proof PA4 coin had a mintage, I think, of 634, something like that. So the Battle of Britain one, definitely one of the rarest PA4 coins you can get. If you see one of these, snap it up because there's not many of them. There is a little bit of toning on the coin, but that's to be expected with your Royal Mint coins. Again, if I was to send this off and have it graded, I would expect most of that toning to come off the coin. But that coin's 6 years old now. Apart from a little bit of toning, it still looks really, really good. And it's a coin that I have to say I'm really proud to have in the collection. So you'll notice these coins aren't in boxes either, and that's simply because they came out of the year sets. So I was fortunate enough to buy them in the year sets. So that's my collection of Battle of Britain IRB 4th portrait 50p coins, and that brings us nicely on to the Battle of Britain 5th portrait Jodie Clark portrait. So this is the 50p that they actually put into circulation after the IRB portrait with no denomination on it, and again exactly the same design on the reverse. The only difference this time now is on the obverse you have the denomination, so you have the 50p. So you can see the difference there. So again we have Elizabeth II, Gracia Regina, Fido Defensor, 50 pence, 2015. And you'll see the writing on this coin is spread out a lot more. That's probably just to make room for them to put 50p on this coin. So this coin was released into general circulation, and if memory serves me right, there was roughly, I think it was 5.9 million of these that were released into circulation. So it's not exactly a rare coin, but I think it's one of those coins that pretty much everybody likes, and a lot of people take these out of circulation and keep them stashed in a drawer or that. So that's the entry level 5th portrait Battle of Britain coin. That's the one that you would find in your pocket. So the next Battle of Britain coin that we have would be the 5th portrait, but the bank version. Now, I don't have the bank version of that, so unfortunately I can't show it to you. I don't collect the bank sets just simply because I collect the proof sets instead. So having the silver proofs, the banks, a used one, I've already got I think 4 or 5 different collections of 50p's. So buying the bank sets would be just one more step, probably too far. So there we go, that's the Jody Clark one. So that brings us on then to the next ones. And the next one is the Battle of Britain silver proof coin, and this one has the 5th portrait on it. So this one had a maximum mintage of 1940. I dare say the mintage was probably or what the number they sold was probably considerably lower than that. And this is the set that you get a nice little booklet in. So if you haven't read the booklet before, pause on the video and I'll pop it all up so you can see what it says. Now, as with most of the Royal Mint books, whether you get the silver proof, the gold proof, or Piedfort, or whichever coin you get, the booklets all tend to be the same. You can see there the airmen running towards the planes. Maybe that was the inspiration behind the design. And of course the design was by Gary Breeze, so mustn't forget that. Really, really nice design by Gary. I think it's one of the best 50p coins the Mint has released. Also because it celebrates Great Britain winning the Second World War, and that's something we don't do enough of, celebrating Britain. I find people always look on the negative side in Britain, and yet we live in one of the most fantastic countries in the world. Yeah, we have our ups and downs, but we don't live in a third world country. We don't live in a communist dictatorship. We have moderate weather. We don't get roasted in the sun. We don't get drowned in rain. We don't get the hurricane. No, Britain has a lot going for it. I think Britain's fantastic. And of course, the legacy of the Second World War will stay for us forever. All you have to say is Supermarine Spitfire, and just the name Spitfire, it brings up images of those planes flying through the skies, shooting the Nazis out of the sky and making sure that Britain was never overrun by the Germans. So again, a couple more pictures in that. Really nice little booklet. It's one of the few booklets that I would actually sit and read from cover to cover. And again, some really cool pictures there. If you're like me and you like your engineering, all your mechanical stuff, there's the cockpit. All looks pretty complicated. Wires, bits of metal, dials, readouts. You wouldn't want to sit in the wrong place in that. On the next page then, their finest hour. So of course a coin, a term phrased by Winston Churchill. And a couple of the posters from the time. So you have the Hurricanes of the Royal Air Force cooperating with the Russian Air Force. Don't know if that would happen so quickly now. And then finally on the last couple of pages you have the Kings of the Air. Tally-ho. The old German there just about to hit the ground. A couple of aerial shots of the planes looking fantastic. And then finally on the back, images of the battle. So again, I guess these are all copyrighted, so they've just put where they've got all the pictures from. So really, really nice stuff. That's a really nice box it comes in, a really nice design, very classy looking. So if we have a look at this one then, open it up. Let's have a look at the COA. So this one, it's number 723. We have a maximum coin mintage of 4,200 and a limited edition presentation of 4,000. So I don't know the exact mintage figures on these, but I'm pretty sure they didn't sell 4,200 odd of them. So pop that back in and let's have a look at the silver proof. So there you go. Again, exactly the same design as before. A little bit of Royal Mint toning. That's standard on all your coins once they're more than 30 days old. Can't expect anything less. But again, an absolutely fantastic design. So the little bit of toning on that really doesn't bother me at all. Again, if you send these in for NGC for conservation, it's amazing the job those guys can do in the coins. The coins literally come out looking like new. So plenty of frosting on that still. Really nice design. And that's the silver proof one. So silver proof fifth portrait, and silver proof fourth portrait. So let's pop that one back in the box, pop that over there. And what do we have next? Next we have the Piedfort coin. So again, comes in exactly the same box. I'm not going to bore you to death because the information in the booklet is exactly the same, except if you go to the last page. Oh, sorry, wrong book. It should be in the COA. I was thinking of the mintage figures. So 1940 limited edition presentation, no extra coins. So this was the only way to get this coin. So this is the Daddy one, 16 grams. This is the Piedfort one. So let's pop that out of the box. And there we go. So again, no need to explain the design. Pop it round. 2015 Jody Clark. So again, pop that up. And we got the 2015 IRB, 2015 JC. So if you have never seen those two Piedfort coins together before, there's a first. Alright, so that's the Battle of Britain coins, 4th and 5th portrait. Now, for any of you folks, and I know there's a lot of you out there that are serious about your 50p collecting, in 2019 they re-released a lot of coins celebrating 50 years of the 50p set. So they released a bank set, a base metal proof set, silver proof set, Piedfort set, and the gold coins. Obviously I don't have the gold coins, so I can't show you any of those. They're pricey, but what I can do is show you the bank, the base metal proof, and the Piedfort 2019 coin. So the only way to get these coins was to buy the little set. Bought this from the Royal Mint. And these are really, really nice. I couldn't open these up and throw the coins out, but there we go. That's another version of the Battle of Britain 50p. So exactly the same design on the reverse. And if we pop it round to the obverse, you have the date on it, 2019. So a third version of the Battle of Britain coin. It's fantastic. I love this. You know, they could bring out a version of the Battle of Britain coin every year. I'd be happy, just stick a different date on it. So next one we have to show you then is the base metal proof set. So these sets I think are actually really good value. I think I paid full dollar for this when I bought it. But if you have a look on eBay now, these are coming down in price, I believe. So try not to show my ugly reflection in it there, but that's the Battle of Britain proof, base metal proof coin. And let's just pop that out of its little holder. Now, if any of you have watched my videos, you'll know that I have most of my coins on display. However, just because of the way the layout works, these coins stay in their boxes, they stay closed up, and the actual packaging for me for these is is attractive as well. So I don't mind not having these coins on display. So there we go. That's the base metal proof. And again, just pop that round. Really nice coin. Stunning. And again, this came in a really nice box with your leaflets inside as well. And my set number was, just let that focus, was 1100. So let's have a little look at it and see what it says. So Battle of Britain 50p 2019. And the important bit there, the maximum coin mintage 3,500. So if you think back to the previous silver proof coin with this is the 5th portrait one with a mintage of 4,200. So there's actually less of these base metal proof coins than there is of the original silver proof coin. So these could be one to keep an eye on. I think these ones might even go up in value. I don't know if people will break these sets open to take the coins out, but certainly something to think about. So that's the base metal one, and the very final one now to have a look at is the daddy of the 2019 Battle of Britain coins. So this final one, the only way you could get that was to buy the Piedfort set. So if we open this set up, let's have a little look at the COA. So the COA on this is 199. That's quite a cool number. And we turn it around. And the D-Day landings, Battle of Britain, Victoria Cross, and Battle of Hastings. So the Battle of Britain, 50p, 16 grams, double the weight on your PA4, and a maximum coin mintage of 1220. It does seem quite high, that coin mintage, although looking at secondary markets, there seems to be quite a lot of these sets that are available. So you can pick them up. I think the Royal Mint price now for one of these sets is £575, or 475, sorry. They actually put it up from the 450 that it was when it first came out. So this is the Piedfort 2019 Battle of Britain coin. I am missing the 2019 silver proof Battle of Britain coin. I haven't got those sets yet, but hopefully at some point this year those sets will make their way into the collection. So if I just move this box over a little second, and just for anybody who likes something a little bit different, this is probably the only time that you will see 3 different Piedfort Battle of Britain coins. 2019 Jody Clark, 2015 Jody Clark, 2014 IRB. So there you go, 3 Piedfort coins, 48 grams of silver. 2 of those coins are super rare, and hopefully this one with a mintage of 1220 will become super rare. Oh, wrong one. That's got to be it there, the shiniest one. So there you go, guys. That was a little video just going through all the different Battle of Britain 50p coins. As you can see, there's quite a few. There's a couple that I've still to get, and you can always top the collection off by spending a year's wages on the gold one, the gold Piedfort one, which was in the celebration set. I think there was only 50 of those minted. So yeah, if anybody's got a 100 grand spare and you feel like being generous, you could buy the old coin snatcher, the military and the culture Piedfort set in gold. Be much appreciated. So I hope you enjoyed that video tonight. Something a little bit different, just looking at all the different variations of one coin. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a bit longer than normal. I've probably bored you to death, but if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And if there's any other 50p's that you'd like to see, then drop me a message, because the only 50p's I don't have are the Kew Gardens 2009 silver proof and the 2016 Beatrix Potter set in silver proof. All the other coins I have. So again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video.